look up to me like I'm a saint. I'm a superhero without a cape.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank Allie, it's all yours.
Hey.
All right, thanks, Allie. Well, it's been a long time since the Bulls have been relevant, but, Candace, there are signs that the franchise might be on the upswing.
Well, there's this guy called Zach LaVine. I enjoy watching him play, enjoy watching his growth. Obviously, Kobe White is another backcourt mate that I see a lot of potential in. I didn't realize he could shoot the rock like he shot it, so I think that that's a backcourt that's worth developing.
A look at the Pistons starting group. Jeremy Grant out there with Hamidou Diallo. Then it's Isaiah Stewart, then there's Josh Jackson, and it's Cunningham in at the 1. Now here's Jackson. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Ball passes to DeRozan. Back to Ball. Ball stolen. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. 14 feet away, and Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Stewart.
With defense that soft, you have to take them to task.
Well, Candace, the Bulls have churned through over a dozen head coaches since the Zen Master left. But they feel they now have the right fit with Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan, obviously a coach that's come from college, transitioned into the NBA seamlessly, and he did that because he understands how to communicate with young stars. And that's what the Chicago Bulls have, and that's what they're trying to build.
So it's Detroit now. The Bulls making their last shot. Here's Cunningham, pounded by Ball. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Cunningham missing. Intercepted. Pass to Jackson. Jackson on the wing. Now Stewart, covered by Vucevic. Stewart against Vucevic. Puts up a 3. Jackson can't get it to go. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And LaVine, here we go. And the dunk by LaVine.
Love the energy behind LaVine's offense. On the drive, electric.
Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Well, Candace, we're seeing a lot more national broadcast of WNBA games. Great to see that enhanced spotlight on the women's game right now.
Yes, visibility is so important. You can't understand what you're not able to see, so it's going to be crucial for our game's growth to continue to have that.
Here's LaVine, following the score by Detroit. Vucevic, the rebound by Jackson.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Over to the wing, and here's Cunningham outside. Hits the trifecta. Cunningham's got 5 now.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You look at the Bulls, sitting in 7th place right now. They'd like to climb up the standings. And check it out, Detroit, right behind them, just 1 spot down.
Well, I think for Detroit, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught-in-the-middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
Now here's Brown. Here's Caruso. Cousins with the steal. Pass to Joseph. Bay outside, takes the 3, sinks the tray. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pistons.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
One thing I've also noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off turnovers.
And again, no good by Chicago. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Williams to stop the run. And again, no good by Chicago. Detroit has gone 2 of 4 from distance to begin this one. Here's Lee. Here's Joseph. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
We got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
White on the wing. Bradley sets a screen. It's White with a drive. Got a hand on it.
And one of the things Cousins has continued to develop is defense. Really makes an effort to swat that shot away.
There's 37 seconds left now in the first quarter. The Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the floor. Left side, Brown. Here's Caruso. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Yep, that one goes.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
The Pistons leading. Here's Lee. Out to the right wing. Here's Cousins. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Detroit Pistons, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovable.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Oh, yeah, love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. May and Grant make up the forward pair. Cunningham is out there with Jackson, and it's Stewart in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
One of the strongest parts of his game, Zoe is phenomenal at finding ways to get guys involved.
Jackson, the pass to Grant. Well, Candace, the Milwaukee Bucks winning the 2021 title, it just goes to show you that small market teams, big market teams, every fan base should know their team has a chance to win if they're run properly. And we saw that with the Bucks last season.
Well, we're seeing the support from the entire city, the entire state, and how great it is to see a team like that has had a superstar that decided to stay with the Bucks, that re-signed when many probably would have left. How important it is for that city. And so I think that, you know, a lot of teams are going to take this blueprint and try to recreate it. And there's that high arcing jumper. Levine with great lift off the floor. Good luck contesting that shot.
Detroit shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Here's Jackson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good.
Team foul. At the line for the Pistons.
Both shots good from the stripe. Chicago trailing here. It's so wonderful to see the growth of the WNBA, engaging new fans and sponsors. Candace, how does the league continue that ascent, you think?
I think the WNBA has to continue to do things different. We are a different game than the NBA, and we can't always use the NBA's blueprint as ours. So I think we need to continue to push that and, you know, open up more doors for ourselves.
Good point. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Here's Levine for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
And some of the best high flyers in the NBA. Some of this year's contenders for the dunk contest.
And when you look at the names on that list, you just know that contest has a chance to be special.
You take a look at Diallo, and in dunk contest voting, he's 3rd, a premier athlete in the NBA.
Well, the fans want to see him fly, and us broadcasters, we want him in. I expect to see him compete during All-Star Weekend, believe that.
And as All-Star Weekend gets closer, we'll of course update you on how things are looking. But this year already promises plenty of standout performances.
Yeah, this is going to be a dunk contest you don't want to miss.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
That free throw good from Levine.
The love Levine has for this game is evident. His work ethic and drive to keep improving, that's just the coach's dream.
All right, Candace, I know you grew up a Chicago Bulls fan. Who was your favorite player on those legendary Bulls teams, not named Michael Jordan?
Well, you know, I loved following the Bulls, especially in the 90s. That was when I fell in love with basketball. But there was a guy named Ron Harper that I really enjoyed watching. I think that he was a huge piece in their championship run. And, you know, before he joined the Bulls, he used to give number 23 a couple battles when he was with the Cavs.
I thought you might go with Dennis Rodman for a minute.
That's a good one, too.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, there's an annual survey of NBA executives. Going into last season, the Pistons were selected for worst offseason. But with the promise of their young players, guys, some optimism that the rebuild in the Motor City is off to a strong start.
Physical, defensive-minded, Allie. That's Detroit basketball, isn't it? All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've carried out a great game plan in the paint so far, working it down low a lot and getting high percentage rates.
Also, their passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And that one's good. Joseph.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, oh, that's all about feel.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Diallo against DeRozan. Outside White. Pass to Williams. And here's Brown for three. Rebounded by Joseph. The Pistons trailing. And Troy Brown is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Chicago making some changes. Bradley comes in for Vucevic. And it's Caruso in for DeRozan.
Substitution for the Bulls, Tony Bradley.
Here's Joseph. He's guarded by White. Grant with a screen on White. Here's Joseph. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
All right, Candace, always great to have you on the broadcast. Hope you can come back real soon. We'll save a spot for you.
Oh, I'm going to hold you to that, VA. I'll hold you. Thanks so much for having me.
It doesn't get much better than a visit from Candace Parker.
Oh, man, she's forgotten more about basketball than most people will ever remember. One of the true greats.
And the Pistons with possession here. After the basket by Chicago. Here's Lee. That shot off. And Chicago will go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
In that kind of environment, every point matters. The bench was a huge reason why they won that one.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Lee. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. It's Brown on the wing. Outside White. Right wing to the inside. Here's Bradley. Outside, Williams. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by Cousins. Diallo outside. With 4 on the clock. Good on the shot.
Amadou Diallo.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Bulls up 1. We'll see.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break.
They came in prepared. The offense is firing on all cylinders. You love the patience, the flow, very efficient. Valuing possessions is fueling their success right now. This is not a team you want to bet against, at least not tonight.
And we've got the playoff picture starting to come into focus now. So let's take a look at the Eastern Conference.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they're dealing with some challenges, no doubt about it. They have talent, but maybe not as much as they thought they had. The effort's been spotty. It's been a learning year for this organization.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Nikola Vucevic has come to play here in this one.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Ball and Levine make up the backcourt. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Johnson, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
This gets the team fired up. Levine is an energizer who enjoys dropping the hammer on the drive.
It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Looking at the modern game, Grant, what adjustments would you have to make in your game to thrive in the league today?
Well, I would have worked more on developing the three-point shot. Back in the 90s, it was more about the mid-range game, a la Michael Jordan. But these guys now, they live at the arc, and that's just not how we did it back in the day when I was playing.
Remarkable at sizing up screen and rolls up the ball. He has a knowledge of how to break down the defense. It's special.
Here's Cunningham. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Second half getting started, about a minute played. On the wing, Levine, defended by Jackson. Johnson, back to Levine, ball outside. Inside. Rebounded by the Pistons. Grant outside. There's Jackson with the 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Chicago leading. Outside Levine. Down low. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Levine. He's got 11.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Jones, he's checked in for Chicago. And the switch here also for Detroit. Bay's checked in.
All right, look who's coming out of the court. Get up and get loud for the Lovable.
Here's Diallo. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Detroit foul. Cade Cunningham. That's his 2nd personal
For
foul.
Chicago, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. And it's Ball off the drive. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first.
It's going to be on Sadiq Bey.
He's such a skillful penetrator. When Ball is attacking the lane like this, it forces the defense to act.
And that one falls for Ball.
At the line for 2.
And so Ball nails both of them. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Bey outside. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Diallo. Clock at 6. Here's Stewart. Shoots over Vucevic. And again, the Pistons missing.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, Brian. Jeremy Grant, the 39th pick back in 2014, has become a leader for the Pistons. He said, I'm enjoying it. I want to be a lot better, and I want to keep growing. I don't want to be stagnant. I just want to embrace the role and help the team get better from here.
Well, he's got all the tools to be a complete player, Allie, no question. Vucevic, a screen on Jackson. DeRozan right side. Back to Levine. Pass to DeRozan. Oh, trying his luck from deep. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists tonight. And defying the analytics trend, DeRozan's favorite shot still remains the mid-range jumper.
I mean, they've tried to stretch him out with uneven results. Maybe better to surround him with three-point shooters, create space in the medium range area to maximize his effectiveness.
The Pistons need to get one up quick. Bey from long range. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The 3 is up. The offensive rebound. Levine gets the bucket.
Well, you got to watch out for that. I mean, the elite vertical makes Levine a threat on the offensive glass.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Cunningham. Here's Stewart, covered by Vucevic. Here's Cunningham, tipped. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Thursday, they kick off a road trip in Toronto, where they'll take on the Raptors. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Russell Westbrook and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And that game against the Rockets, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
Pass to Bradley. DeRozan, a screen on Cousins. And it's DeRozan missing. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Bay. And too long on the shot. For Chicago, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. And out of bounds, Detroit will have it. All right, let's check out the best NBA teams from the field this season. Number 1, the Bulls.
The smart offensive moves this team makes helps them open up the floor and find great looks. That's how they've secured such an impressive shooting percentage.
Pass to Joseph. Stewart with it. Back to Joseph. And here's Cousins. Counted from distance. Cousins has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Oh, you love the confidence of Cousins. His ability to rise up and toss up a shot as soon as he gets the ball is tremendous.
DeRozan outside.
Blocking foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. Pistons substitution, Jeremy Grant.
Pass to Williams. 12 seconds left in the third. Bradley. Cousins with the steal. They've got numbers. Bay from long range. Another 3 for Detroit.
Because he attracts so much attention now, Grant has to be able to find the open man.
Williams from long range. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the Bulls leading by just 2. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
It's the fourth.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Setting the floor for Detroit. Bay and Grant make up the forward pair. Corey Joseph out there with Saban Lee. And it's Cousins in at the 5. Pass to Joseph to take the lead. And it's Chicago with a board. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Caruso. Back to Williams. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Bulls lead by 4. Detroit shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Tipped away. Out to the right wing. Pass to Bay. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Cousins. Off target with the 3. Levine finds Williams. White for 3. He drops it from range. And it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
But this is how White is built. I mean, we'll probably always see him take around half his shots from 3-point.
The Pistons have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Grant outside. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Levine against Bay. Levine passes to Vucevic. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Timeout called, the Pistons.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks. A trend that they'd like to reverse.
Ball, he's checked in for Caruso. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Stewart, he's checked in for Cousins. Diallo comes in for Bay. Jackson, he's checked in for Joseph. And Cunningham subbed in for Lee.
During that break, Coach Dwayne Casey had some advice for his team. He let his guys know that he needs more from them to close this deficit. He said, quote, "We have to get something started. I know we're behind, but you are capable of taking this game if you still want it."
6 to shoot, and Jackson gets double-teamed. And again, the Pistons missing.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
And Ball with the basket on the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Cunningham. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Some solid defense from Williams. The Bulls have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Ball finds Williams. Vucevic, a screen on Jackson. Now Vucevic. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Vucevic has gotten 4 this quarter.
Detroit calls timeout.
Let's take a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Vucevic.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
I'll tell you what, for him, it doesn't get much better than this. Putting on an absolute clinic while the home fans went wild. And that one's good. Stewart.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive boards.
On the wing, Levine takes a 3. And Cunningham pulls it down. Detroit has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Shoots over Ball. And the shot no good, a bit short. Here's Chicago now. They're on an 11-2 run. Stewart against Williams. Outside for Levine. From the arc. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed. And the Bulls lead by 14.
Defensively, you can't let the streak shooter get into a groove. Levine's been on fire.
Levine's gone 6 of 8. Here's Cunningham, hounded by Ball. Looking to get back on track. And it's Cunningham missing.
This has not been his best quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Bulls.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
It took them a while to figure out the right approach, and now they'll head into their 4th and final meeting of the season with a chance to actually split the season series.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Nikola Vucevic.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances.
And it's Cunningham missing. Levine against Diallo. Levine passes to White. Out of bounds. Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession.
Piston substitution.
Off the inbound pass. The rebound by Stewart. Here's Lee. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Chris Webber, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We appreciate you tuning in tonight, and we'll see you next time.